Hello, beautiful people. How we doing? I'm gonna go over this pyramid thing one more time because I think it's important, and it could save our lives. Getting on board on this technology that's been left over by none other than us. You know, we find it hard to believe that we ascend and fall, ascend and fall, ascend and fall to great heights of intellect, only to go back to gather hunter again. Anyways, the planet has a sense of humor, and you're it. Okay, let's take it from the top with my drumstick. Let's play the drums. I traded it for an ounce of Panama Red back in the 70s. It was good weed, boy, I'll tell you. Solved pyramids are subatomic particle lenses. Russian scientists released research that proves John Shaughnessy, yours truly, was right all along in his theory that pyramids are lenses that can concentrate radio waves, electromagnetic energy, and more importantly, the moon's gravity. All right, I'm going to get into the science here a wee bit. This is GP2, the middle pyramid. And you can still see the top quarter of this pyramid is amazing. Still has the geopolymer outer casing. Don't tell anybody it's geopolymer. It's just our secret. We don't want to, have the tomb theorists going off the rail, jumping off the cliff. And this here is some imagery of actual energies being submerged. They submerged the pyramid, an exact replica of the pyramids, with electromagnetic energy, radio energy, and we're going to see the next couple of slides what's going on here. So a multipolar analysis shows the pyramid concentrates electromagnetic energy into its hidden chambers, which if you check my videos, they're 4 or 5 years old, read my books. The chambers in the Great Pyramid of Giza were focal points. They've always been focal points for this particular energy. All right, moving on. It's hidden chambers, distribution of electric top row and magnetic bottom row fields, magnitudes in the free space are shown. So you see it's been being bombarded, and obviously the lighter colors, the higher concentration. Different levels of energy show the focal point. That's really intense right there. 230, 260, 300, 330. So it's just more evidence. H.D. Buey in the 80s did a gravity analysis, and they didn't have the equipment to do the interior of the pyramids, gravity, but they did do the exterior, and there's a 7-level stratification of the gravitational wave on that particular pyramid, GP1. Multiple analysis shows the pyramid concentration electromagnetic energy is hidden chambers, distribution of electric A and E and magnetic field magnitudes in the pyramids, and its supporting substrate is shown above. So what they did was they created, they built the scale model pyramid, the Great Pyramid of Giza, and they just submerged it with the energy with sensors on the inside, and it shows the focal point. It shows it lensing. Just like I've been screaming and yelling on all my other videos that right here, this is it, lens, the big lens. An alligator here, but it's all about lensing, people. All right. This is this lens right here lenses subatomic particles called photons. The pyramids lens subatomic particles called gravitons. All right. More imagery, a little blurry here, but you get the picture. I mean, bam! Look at that. I mean, it's right there. They're hitting it with the waves, radio frequencies, the electromagnetic frequency spectrum, and it's concentrating right dead center. even going below it. Look at that. Now this is what we call work. This is work being performed by the moon. And here's the pyramids right here. John's post. Forgot to clean that up a little bit, but hey, what are you going to do? Here's the shadows. You got this Fibonacci sequence of the pyramids. The big one, GP1, cuts through the, as we rotate through the moon's gravitational field. We rotate into it. So the big one goes first, then number 2, the number 3, and the other little ones. And it sets up a gravitational vortex below the surface, below the crust, into the magma chambers of the planet. Here it is right here. It's kind of like give you a little bit of a Fibonacci sequence where you know, it just cruises right through, sets up pretty decently, and it's all good. You got 1. Let me see. That's GP1, 2, and then 3's down here. So it actually works out quite well, and that's it. You know, this is like way out there science. You know, I can't even comprehend how long it's going to take for us to wrap our amazing brains around this. But anyways, kind of give you a visual of what's going on in the gravitational field. There's the moon right over GP1. Driving home a point here. And there's the pyramids right there. And lo and behold, there are images on the moon. There's actually a real man on the moon. If you check my other videos out, read my books, you'll see the pictures. The Cancer up on the up north on the moon. Capricorn, the sea goat on the bottom. That's crab. Capricorn. This is a sea. This is the the reference that the planet goes in and out of tilts. Of course, there's son of our moon, Khonsu. He's up there. His right eye, actually, the actual pupil is shaped like a pyramid. Again, you know, the smoking gun. It's yeah, you can lead people to the water, but you can't make them drink it. Or is it the horses? I forget. Maybe it's the sheep. So this here is a kind of like a rough geometry of three of one of the larger pyramid volcano alignments on the planet. Everything's aligned 180 degrees opposed to each other. So the pyramid on one side of the planet is going to be a volcano on the other side of the planet. And they lens off the moon's gravitational field, and they control the magma currents. So, I mean, we got some rocket scientists out there hitting me. Well, you know, the latitude that the pyramids are on at Giza are at the same latitude as the Hawaiian hotspot, and it can't be a good theory until they're perfectly level. It's like the planet's a soup sandwich, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, cut me some slack, dude. We're talking about controlling a magma current here, you know, that's 1,000 miles below the surface of the crust, the Earth's crust. So let's step away from the you know, the TV and the chalkboard, the big chalkboard with all the chalk, you know, and all the symbols and everything. Step away, okay? We're not talking laser beams here. We're talking the control of a gravitational field that changes every day. The moon's it's got a different position in the sky, and it doesn't go back to that exact position for another 18 and a half years. So we're talking about a lot of things moving, never mind the external planets that are in the solar system that also have a large effect on the Earth also, and its magma chambers, which we saw last year. Check out one of my other videos. All right, here we go. Here's the core. Here's you know, give you an idea of what's going on. All the beautiful imagery here. It's all about controlling magma. You control the magma, you control the tectonic plate slips, you limit the amount of large earthquakes, you limit the amount of mega volcanoes or super calderas that launch, you limit the amount of destruction, really, tidal waves, you name it. Here's me out there. I was cruising a few years ago, and it's actually, you can't really see that well, but it's actually a big serpent with an eyeball ready to bite the moon. I thought I'd throw that in there for a little, just to let you know that I have a sense of humor, and I am human. And let's see. But anyways, getting back to the yeah, you control the magnetic fields, you control the magma currents. You know, all this is set up to basically keep the planet calm, quiet, and stable with all these external things. So, in essence, the Hawaiian hotspot is the relief valve right now in this interglacial period for the planet. It dumps a lot of pressure that builds up in the core of the planet. So, let's see. Pyramids are powered by the moon. Pyramid gravity force. Slapping a little self-advertisement. And just give you some ideas. You just get, you gotta like get into the subatomic world. I mean, we just see everything's solid with touching it, but the chair you're sitting in is 90% space, so 99% space, because that's what the atoms are made up out of. So that create the chair that you're sitting in, or the couch, or whatever, or the floor you're lying on. So, anyways, getting out there off topic a little bit, but just give you an idea. This is the moon. High tide pulls trillions of tons of water every day. The moon's gravitational field goes way thousands of miles below the surface of the planet, below the crust, thousands of miles down. These two little bodies are connected. You know, the Barry Center's way out here somewhere. So that's exactly where you're going to have the moon goes, you know, a couple of thousand miles down below the surface. That all being said, you have geometrically shaped masses. You have a lot of your mountains have been carved. They all have pyramidal shapes on top. We put the pyramids in the Giza Plateau, Saqqara, Abusir. There's hundreds of pyramids in Egypt, down in the Yucatan Peninsula, you name it, over in China, and things of that nature. So, let me see, I want to go back to this one right here. So anyways, you have Giza lines up with the Hawaiian hotspot. You have the Pyramid of the Sun in Mexico, is a little off. Lines up with Mount Sigiriya on Sri Lanka. And then you have the Shen pyramids that line up with the super calderas that make up the Bermuda Island to this day. So these things, they come into play in different geological time. Okay, so that's what's going on here. So right now, the main system that's in operation, and you can see it. It's Giza Hawaiian hotspot. You really saw it last year because all the planets were lined up on the one side of the sun, and we were getting blasted with external gravitational fields from especially Jupiter and the other inner solar system planets. But anyways, a little bit more geometry. You know, we're spinning around. Here's the moon's. You know, we're going. The moon's going a couple hundred miles slower than we are, as far as rotational speed, and it's actually keeping us from overspeeding and overheating. And the pyramid is in the palm of your hand. Get out there, get active, and don't let these morons tell you all this other stuff that's going on, because it's all wrong. You tell your professor, I don't know what you're teaching us, but whatever it is, it's all wrong. Here I am on the Giza Plateau, superimposed. It looks like we got an eagle or something flying around up there too. Anyways, again, people, it's the moon. It's always been the moon. You can do it, you know, they can bastardize the moon, they can demonize the moon. The moon's bad. It's a planetoid, it's a spaceship, it's a dark star, it's this, that, the other thing. Whatever you can call it whatever you want. But without it, we won't be here. Period. End of story. So that's the thing that brings the life force to the planet. You know, can you imagine if the sun controlling the tides? We'd have like 1 or 2 tides a year. It would reek to high heaven down here. It wouldn't be good for anybody. Anyway, there's the volcano goddess there. Some more evidence of mega thrust volcanic eruptions. Now, that all being said, there's a place called Yellowstone. Right? Yellowstone. I don't know if there's any yellow stones there. Maybe there's gold around there. But anyways, this is what the pyramids do. They open up the Hawaiian hotspot. Like, so we need to rebuild. I know you don't want to hear about it, but well, some of you don't. We want to rebuild the pyramids, get them into a more lensing capability so they can relieve more magma out of the Hawaiian hotspot and prevent the big rocks and stuff flying out of the super caldera and driving us into an early ice age if Yellowstone does erupt. It's another magma giant there. I'm not gonna hurt ya. I'm not gonna hurt ya. Just fix my pyramids. There's a I think it's infrared picture of the super caldera in Yellowstone from space. Maybe it's thermal imagery. I'm not. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But it's massive. It's big. I mean, it's a big thing. And the only thing that's stopping this from blowing is the Giza Plateau pyramids and the Hawaiian hotspot. So that's why the Hawaiian hotspot is a constant erupting volcano, Kilauea. And that's what it does. It's constantly erupting. Now, for some reason, we should have already known this. We lost a lot of information along the way. We got amnesia. We got into some bad mushrooms. Something happened. We got a lot of lead in the water back in the Roman days. We lost a lot of wars. Everybody's ticked off. You can't get along. And now it's time to rediscover this technology so we can use it again. All right, there's Yellowstone. This is what we're trying to prevent. And this kind of gives you a little bit of a gif of what's going on in the Hawaiian hotspot. Here's the hotspot, stationary. It defies logic. It defies everybody that does not take into account the pyramids and the moon. So they have 3 or 4 really weak explanations. I mean, weak. It's verbicide. Like you couldn't kill a topic with this many words. So anyways, like you start reading these theories on why the Hawaiian hotspot is where it is. You need a map to find the kitchen in your house after reading it. It's that bad. You know what I mean? My theory, on the other hand, is pretty simple. A 2-year-old can figure it out and go out and teach it the next day. Einstein's right. Again, Albert's on the money. Okay, here we go. We got this is what's going on. As each volcano moves further from the hotspot that birthed it, it erodes away until it's just a stub on the floor of the ocean. So here you go. Ironically, it's the same dog shape, Orion configuration, Fibonacci sequence as it curves out of the Hawaiian hotspot. It's got that Fibonacci arch to it. And I think that's about it, There's a couple of my websites here, and if you want to support the channel, have at it. I'm doing another one on flight, Flight 970 out of Malaysia. And my next video, I'm going to do that right after I close this one up. And that other one, Flight 914, that went missing in 1955. So, good stuff. So hang in there, watch, just click. The next video will show right up after this one. All right, leave me some comments. Let's get on top of this stuff, people. Start banging some heads. Call your congressmen and senators, whoever's in charge in your country. And tell them we want those pyramids fixed and we want them now.